Brentford 1, Wolves 1. It's the full-time result in today's Premier League fixture. And I suppose it's better than a loss. It was going to be interesting to see this game. Obviously, Brentford losing 4-0 as well as us on Sunday. And I think everyone backed Brentford to probably bounce back better than we did. But we showed signs of improvement. It was such a scrappy game. But let me know your thoughts, guys, if you're watching, in the comment section down below. Wolves starting the exact team actually that I predicted on the preview as well. So if you don't watch the previews, then you know. But yeah, Jose Sarr started in goal. Hugo Bueno once again with a good performance at left back. Back two of Kilman and Collins with Semedo at right back. Midfield three starting of Boubacar Traoré, Ruben Neves and Matheus Nunes with Daniel Podence, Diego Costa and Adama Traoré as a front three. And first half was very, very scrappy. Stop-start game. Wolves looked up for it a lot more. Over the last week, I think Leicester especially, we just looked so unfit. And I don't know if that's what Steve Davis has sort of got into their heads. Just work, work, work. And I thought we did that a lot more. Players like Podence who have let themselves down over the last couple of weeks, just non-stop running. And I think the big plus for me is Boubacar Traoré in the middle. Now, he didn't have a phenomenal performance in the first half. I thought very sloppy at times, but I think regardless, and I think this is why we did all right even when Nunes went off. I think regardless with a midfield three, you need someone like him, a bit more of a presence and a ball winner in the middle to add that little bit of balance. And I thought he did really well, especially in the second half. But 0-0 at half-time, we were putting pressure on towards the end of the first half as well. And I thought if we can cook a few corners, I thought if we can nick a goal here. But 0-0 at half-time, and we knew we just had to start off quite well in the second half. And we didn't do that, to be honest. Brentford scoring with Ben Mee. The defending is really poor. I can't take anything away from the finish from Ben Mee. To see a centre-half pull off a sort of an acrobatic almost volley-type finish like that, fair play. But Wolves have got to do better, really better. And when that goal went in, I thought, here we go. It's going to be another one of those days for Wolves. But the crucial thing is that Wolves bounced back quickly. And it was a goal from Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent, Captain Fantastic, Ruben Neves. Adama did well, obviously, to keep the ball in play. Semedo with a little layoff. I think Traoré sort of was going to hit it and let Boubacar that was and left it. And it is a vintage Ruben Neves side foot across the body shot. David Raya left absolutely stranded. And it's a goal that we see time and time again. I say time and time again, but Ruben Neves, third goal of the season now for him. And that is a top finish. And a good way, obviously, to get back into the game. We didn't have a huge host of other sort of clear-cut opportunities. I think it was obvious that Wolves, we had a lot of the ball, but we sort of wanted to play a little bit more on the counter-attack as well. Brentford really trying to push us as well. But I think we restricted them quite well. Much better defensively today. But I think that helps with that balance in the midfield. We had a couple of our own opportunities. And once again, it's just that final ball that is lacking. The intent is almost there, but just daft decisions, not enough power, or just wrong direction on those final balls. Diego Costa, the movement was good once again from him, but we've seen that for the last few weeks. The movement, it's just that yard of pace that maybe he would have had 3 or 4 years ago. But he had a really nice move where I think he was looking up for options in the area, couldn't see it, and took it on his own, on his left foot, beat Ben Mee and fired it, and it was a decent save by Raya. But obviously one of the big talking points is going to be right at the end of the game. Wolves have an opportunity where Costa, I think, heads just wide, but he's left Ben Mee on the floor, and they've had a good look at it at VAR, and Diego Costa is sent off for... It's not an actual headbutt, but it's definitely sort of almost an insinuated headbutt. Him and Ben Mee having a to-do on the edge of the area. And Diego Costa, being Diego Costa, goes in with the intention of nutting him one. I think we knew when we signed Diego Costa, it wasn't going to be if he gets in trouble or if he's going to get caught by VAR. It was almost when. And it surprised me that it's taken up until the end of October for him to be penalised. But obviously it is frustrating because that is violent conduct. Unless Wolves win on an appeal, which I'm not sure they will, that's going to be a 3-game ban. So we're not going to see him now until after the World Cup, which is stuff like that we could do without, really, isn't it? So stuff like that is frustrating. For me, because he looked all right today, Diego Costa. He's always in play as the area. He always wants the correct movements and so on. I think he's a presence that we need on the pitch. So that was frustrating. But look, obviously, it's not 3 points, and I'm sure there will be some of us that are disappointed. But it just feels it's a little bit of a breath of fresh air, a little breath of fresh air that we can come into this weekend, or the rest of the weekend, knowing that Wolves haven't lost. We've got a point on the board. We have scored a goal, and it was a good one in that by Ruben Neves. I think Steve Davis obviously a little bit. I'm not sure what the reasoning was. A little bit more sort of careful with his substitutions. Let's say he didn't want to change things too much. We saw Adama, who once again I thought was good. Saw Guedes come on. The thing with Guedes at the moment, I know there's a lot of talk about him. He's just lacking confidence. There was an opportunity as soon as he came on, really, where he had the ball and, for me, have a shot. And he tried to lay off Costa, but for me, edge of the area, Guedes, have a shot. And he didn't do that. Towards the end of the game as well, he had an opportunity after the red card where he sort of cut back in. But yeah, better from Wolves. And we go into the last two games now, I think, league games. One's against Brighton, who obviously got a good win today, and one's against Arsenal. Both tough games. If we can get a couple of points out of those, obviously it'd be a big plus. Like I've said many times, let's just keep our head above the water and see what happens. But Wolves, the board, still got to get their act together. Still got to get somebody in before that World Cup break. Whoever comes in and gets the job needs that World Cup break to get his own mini pre-season together, get his ideas into this squad, and as soon as Boxing Day hits, we could hit the ground running once again. That's what Wolves need. But it's finished. Brentford 1, Wolves 1. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to go and check out as well our Just Giving page for the Molyneux Sleep Out that we're going to be doing later in November. Any contributions to that are much appreciated. But it's justgiving.com/talkingwolves. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and I'll catch you very, very soon.